I'm dealing with this serious stress because I'll be out of my home.
Frank Sharpe is a disabled veteran on the brink of homelessness, and he's about to give a speech at a rally against evictions during the pandemic.
455.
Sharpe is diagnosed with diabetes and arthritis, and is recovering from a stroke. He lives on disability benefits and receives food stamps to make ends meet. But he's being evicted because his landlord plans to double the rent, and he cannot afford it.
I'm safe here in my home. I am very safe. I'm not going to no shelter because I know that I have a bigger risk of getting affected.
Sharpe has been applying for subsidized housing for more than a year, but with the acute housing shortage, wait lists can last years long. His chance of finding a new home before eviction is slim.
Stress played an important role in my health problems of having a stroke.
Sharpe's plight reflects the affordable housing crisis faced by disabled Americans who live in poverty at more than twice the rate of non-disabled people.
Yeah,
I am determined to go in now and fight for my rights.
The vast majority of people who have significant disabilities have very low incomes and can't afford housing. And as a result, they end up homeless, in institutions, or in many cases in congregate settings like group homes. And in all of those situations, there's a real high risk of getting COVID.
How can we social distance if they're putting us on the streets and we're looking for warmth?
Housing is considered affordable when it costs no more than 30% of one's income. But Sharpe's rent at $800 per month takes up 60% of his disability check. It's a common plight for those who live on Social Security benefits. Some 4.6 million disabled working-age adults receive just around $800 per month. Nowhere in the US can they afford a decent apartment without rental assistance.
S-H-A-R-P?
Yes, H-A-R-P-E.
I really believe that the lack of money is the root of all evil going on right now. It's not money. Money is good. But it's the not having the lack of it.
What is more, federal rent aid reaches only 1 in 4 at-risk renters.
For most people with disabilities, it's hard to compete for those resources. You know, you have to get in line, sometimes literally. Some people have cognitive disabilities that might make it difficult to figure out the process. Someone who has a visual disability has to get some assistance.
I want to call up another resident. He's going to tell you a little bit about his situation. So if you guys can put your hands together for Mr. Frank Sharpe.
I was taken advantage of in a way that I've been I just feel that I need more time so I can get my housing together.
Yeah.
Now all he's asking for is more time.
Sharpe is working with housing advocates to apply to more apartments and appeal to his district representatives for support on extending his current lease.
So this is why we're going to do a vigil in front of Frank's house next week to try to encourage that landlord to do the right thing and give Frank some more time.
Yes, right? We need that for you, Frank.
We'll be back.
I'm still hoping that I do get the housing, but it's just hope right now. The judge extended my stay to May the 7th, 2021. So which was a blessing. I mean, I got to make sure I don't waste no time.
As of early March, Sharpe is still searching for housing. His internet is unstable, but advocates are hopeful that there's enough time to find an accessible unit. Still, nothing is guaranteed.
Sometimes where there exists affordable housing, there isn't transportation, and there are often service deserts. So not only are they isolated, right, which can then exacerbate their disability, but they don't have the support network. This issue is one that we're seeing across the nation, and one that is growing.
As the federal eviction moratorium draws to an end, experts say that more needs to be done to protect renters with disabilities.
Having housing navigators, for example, at independent living centers is a model that might be effective. A second category is vouchers or rental assistance specifically targeted for people with disabilities.
We need to involve people with disabilities when developing policy, when developing housing, so we can really better understand the issue.
Winners never quit. Quitters never win. You don't quit until the last whistle blows.